Unapologetic and Traveling. I'm your girl, Delonda, and I'm so excited that you are joining in and watching my video. I am here today in Montego Bay, Jamaica, coming live from my beautiful suite that I have here at the Iberostar Selection Rose Hall. So I'm going to talk about why I'm here. I was invited because, as you know, I am a travel advisor. Woohoo! One of the perks of being a travel advisor is you get to travel. But not only do you get to travel, you get invited oftentimes by different vendors, resorts, just places that want you to come to experience what they're offering and then go back and share it with your clients. So I am here again at Iberostar. They invited some travel advisors to come learn about the resort, experience the resort. And so now I'm going to share with you what I like about Iberostar and what I don't like about Iberostar. But I'm going to be honest up front. There's not anything I can say that I don't like about it. It is one of my favorite brands. So let's get into Iberostar. So, for starters, Iberostar has three tiers with their resorts. You have Joia, which is top of the line. You can get butler service in Joia. It's adults only. Really nice. And then the next level you have is called Selection, which is actually what I'm staying in today. This week I'm in the Selection suite. And that one is not, this is not adults only, but it's still the premium. It's not at the lowest tier, but it's nice. It really is nice. But there are kids here. I just happen to be traveling the time of year that most kids are in school. So I saw a couple toddlers here with their parents. And then the third tier is called Waves. Waves is also family, very family oriented, but it's not premium. It's more of an economy class, but still really nice. You can't go wrong with Waves either. So we started at Waves today. And let me tell you, when you go in there, it's not like you're thinking, oh, this is basic economy. It is really nice. So let's get into Waves.
Thursdays, now we do paella. This is paella, simple paella. And Friday again.
Let's talk about the Iberostar Selection. That's the one that I'm staying at this week. So Selection is the tier that's right under Joya. The Selection, again, this one is not adults only, but it is family friendly and it has things for kids to do. It has a lazy river you can float around. What's the best part here that I like? Um, the jacuzzi. There's a lot. So let's just take a look at Selection and then let me know, would you stay at selection. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you a quick story. No, let's get into selection, and then I'm going to tell you the funny story. Okay, let's talk about Iberostar's Joia collection. Joia is the top of the line for the Iberostar brand. It's the top tier level. With Joia, you're going to get some other options you don't get in Waves or Selection. For example, when you pull up and arrive at the resort, they're going to come out, they're going to bring you a cold towel to take, they're going to give you a drink, bring you in, make sure you're comfortable. If you have to wait for check-in, if someone is up there in the line, they don't have to be standing there. With Joia, you can also get a butler, but it depends on the class of, I shouldn't say the class, the category of room that you book. So if you book a ocean front, not an ocean view, ocean front room, you will get a butler. If you have one of the swim out rooms, you'll get a butler. And there's one other category. I can't think of it just off the top of my head, but give me a second. It'll come up in the video later. But highly recommended. I have stayed at an Iberostar Joia collection twice. I stayed in Cancun, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic. They both were amazing, and they both spoiled me. And so, yeah, let's take a look at some of the stuff that I'm going to show you for Joia, and then let me know what you think about Joia. right, so now that I've told you about the three different classes here at Iberostar, I can finally tell you about my funny story. So, long story short, Iberostar is eco-friendly, and one of the things that they do is they don't allow plastic, like plastic water bottles. So you get a glass bottle in your room. Um, and so I was at Joia the two times. They had two glass bottles in there that they put, that they leave in there, and they fill them with the filtered water. So it's really nice, convenient. And they come back and refill, and there's always water. So when I checked in here at selection, my bottle was empty, and I thought, oh, maybe the person was busy and they forgot about it. So then the next day, I left, went out, did our travel advisor stuff, came back. I'm tired. My room was clean, but I noticed my bottle was still empty. And I thought, why won't the housekeeper fill my water? So I go out into the hallway and I see the lady. I say, excuse me, my bottle's not filled. And she goes, oh, you fill it over there. And she points to the Vero machine, water filtered water, and you stick the bottle in. And I'm thinking, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, okay, that's not really good customer service. So I go fill it up, come back to my room thinking, should I call downstairs? I'm not really sure. But then it dawned on me, I had only stayed at the Joia collection both times with Iberostar. In Joia, they spoiled me. And so every time I came in, there was water filled, and then they refill it when I leave. But here at Selection, they don't do that. No, you have to go fill your own water. So I just thought that was funny because here I'm sitting here thinking, how do I approach this? Should I call the front desk and say the lady won't fill my water bottle? But I realized I was the problem. So I just thought that was kind of funny. So I did go back out when I went to fill my water, and I told her the story. I said, I just want you to know I've only stayed at Joya, so I didn't realize that you guys didn't do it here. But I don't know. You may not think it's funny, but it's funny to me. All right. So I have to admit, I have never been a fan of Jamaican food. But then I thought about it. I really haven't eaten any Jamaican food besides maybe beef patties and curry chicken a long time ago, I think. So guess what? I got to try Jamaican food this time. And I always said I don't eat oxtails. I had never even tried them. And I've been saying this forever. And guess what I ate? Oxtails. Guess what I like? Now, oxtails. They were so good. Mwah. Just good, good. So I've had oxtails and I had the best beef patties here. Oh my goodness. The one thing I'm not a fan of though, I confirmed it, is curry chicken. I've never liked it. I've been trying this over the years and I thought, well, I'm in Jamaica. Let's just try. Let's just see. Something about the taste, I just don't like it. But my goodness, the food. Well, one issue I will share is that when I travel to the Caribbean, I'm not sure what it is about me, but mosquitoes and stuff tend to bite me really bad. I went to the DR one time, maybe 4 or so years ago, and they bit up my legs, but my best friend, nothing was wrong with her. And then I went to that same resort with my husband. And again, I came back home with bug bites and he didn't have anything. So it happens to me all the time. I'm not sure why. So I say that to say that here in Jamaica, I didn't think about it. So the first day I went and sat out on my lovely balcony in the daytime, maybe 30 minutes. And then I came back in and lo and behold, here I am over here just scratching and scratching and scratching. So I don't know what it is about me and the bugs, but I got to take some better precautions because they always chew me up. Doesn't matter if it's daytime, nighttime, if I'm on the beach, not on the beach, in the bed. Bugs like to bite me. I don't know. I better people. Okay, my pros and cons of the Iberostar brand. So for starters, what I like about each of the Iberostars I've ever been into, I like the grandness of them. In particular, in the Joya, when you go in, openness, the staircases. It's just, I don't know. Something about that. I just like that. So I do like that. And with the Joya collection, I just like the way they treat you. I like how pretty the rooms are. Iberostar, for the rooms I've stayed in, they've always had space for them. So I like space. I don't like to be in a confined, tight room. So what I will say is if you do go in, like you saw in the video, like waves, you may have a smaller room, but it depends on which room you pick. I just don't like to feel crunched in my room. I like to have space. I like it to be airy. So that's one of the things I do like. And like in their Joia and this selection that I'm staying in now, they have those wide open balconies. I love that. I just don't like to be cramped. So those are my pros again, and I like the way they treat you here. My cons, hmm, um, I don't have any cons for Iberostar or any of the brands. I can't think of not even one. I like it. Now I'm not going to say that it's perfect at the resorts because they're doing renovations and in different phases. So you will go into maybe a particular resort or particular room and say, "Oh, the room is great, but the bathroom needs some upgrades." Like the one I'm staying in now, I like the room, but I could see that the bathroom is not as updated to me as like the bathroom that I saw in Waves. So it just depends, but they are doing several renovations in different phases. But I don't think that's a con. I just like it. Now I know when people come to certain places, they stay on the resort. Some people don't want to go anywhere or don't feel comfortable. Sometimes in Jamaica, people come. I know a lot of people come and they stay at the resort, and that is perfectly fine. But I am a travel advisor. Not only am I a travel advisor, you know me, I'm about the experiences. So there's no way I could come to Jamaica, stay at the resort, and not go anywhere. That was never going to happen. So I was able to get out and take a tour of Montego Bay, taste some food, do a little bit of shopping, and just see some more Jamaica outside of my resort because that's just in my nature.
Out here as Montego Bay too, you know. But it's not the heart of Montego Bay.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm gonna show you where like it starts coming from this side. Yes, that is what I just about to tell
Oh, I'm
you.
so okay.
Yeah, man.
I
So
stole
all
it.
of this here is the heart of Montego Bay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the heart of man. So I want to show you.
Well, I hope that you found this video interesting, that there's something you picked up from it that may have told you a little bit more about Iberostar that you didn't know. I wasn't familiar with the brand until a couple years ago. I think it's a great brand, and but it's still a little different depending on which resort you go to. It depends on how much do you want to spend, who's going, what do you want to do. For me, I like Joia the best, but someone else, when you have kids, You can't go to Joia. You have to decide between selection and ways. And I think the biggest factor is going to be one, how much do you want to spend? If you're a family of 8, you might say, well, I don't want to spend that much money in selection. Let's go to ways. But also, what do you want to do with the kids? The ages of your kids. Do your kids want to go to Star Camp? Do they want to be at a water park? All those things to take into consideration. So I would suggest that if you're really unsure about it, call a travel advisor. Call me. Email me. Let's talk about it. I can give you more details. Um, and then let me know what you think. Have you ever stayed at Iberostar? And if you did you have a good experience, a bad experience? Let's talk about it. Anyways, you know what I'm going to say. Thank you for tuning in to Bald Unapologetic and Traveling. And I'm your girl, Delonda. Let's go travel.